Hey, what's up? I'm Rekeema. Welcome to Detaileddream, where the primary focus is to expose you to the expansive world of luxury goods for yourself and your home. Before we get started, I want to mention I recently had a conversation with Camille on his channel, Big Bro Fragrance. We talked about fragrance and candles, of course. He also has other conversations posted with other great fragrance curators. I had a great time. I'll leave a link to our conversation in the description if you haven't checked it out already. Okay, I have something really good today for an in-depth review. We'll be discussing the Spella candle from Trudon. It's part of their seasonal holiday collection with this year's theme titled Winter Charms. Each year, there's a different theme for their holiday collection. Last year, the vessels had a filigree design on them with a 24 karat gold lining on the inside. Looked and smelled beautiful, of course. Was definitely a step up from 2020's design with just a brushed gold lining on the inside to give more of a vintage weathered feeling. In my opinion, Trudon's holiday collection has progressed in design each year. It has gotten better and better, and this year's designs are the best yet. Their holiday themes in general has meaning behind it. They aren't just holiday candles for the sake of it just being the holiday season. And so far, this 2022 holiday collection is my favorite holiday theme from Trudon. It really felt like they took their time with the Winter Charms theme, with the focus around celebrating Christmas with a collection of charms that calls for shared, festive moments and countless wishes. This collection is based on charms and personalized bracelets that dates back centuries. Under Queen Victoria, these bracelets with small medallions were an elegant accessory, a status symbol. By the 1950s, charms were worn by celebrities as a fashion piece. These different charms and medallions inspired this year's Trudon holiday collection. Each holiday vessel has its own well-curated design with different Trudon charms for a perfect hint at Christmas celebrations. You'll also notice that charms are carried over into the packaging design as well, with the festive green box. For those of you who prefer to keep the boxes, I can tell a lot of thought went into this concept, and that's what initially caught my attention. There's a total of 5 candles in this holiday collection. Spella, which is the one I have, and Felice are 2 completely new scents. The other 3 scents are Gabriel, which is a scent that already exists in the Trudon lineup if you prefer the classic vessel. Fur and Gloria are seasonal scents that were featured in prior holiday collections. I'm shocked Ernesto wasn't a featured scent this year. It's usually a scent that gets the special treatment with the holiday vessel. What I'm thinking is that the Balmain collaboration is already based on the Ernesto scent, so maybe they just didn't want too many variations of Ernesto. I don't know, just my educated guess. Only if they made the Madeline scent part of the holiday collection. Maybe one year. For now, I'll just settle with the other scents. I went with Spella because, for one, it invites good fortune with the charms displayed on the golden amber colored vessel. And 2, I picked it because it's a new Trudon candle scent. That doesn't happen too often. I did force myself to only choose one candle from this collection. Believe me, I wanted the entire collection, but I think I'll hold on to my kidney a little while longer. Unboxing the Spella candle, you have the holiday box with a beautiful shade of green and gold designs around it. Definitely a festive look with elegance. Something I noticed that was a head scratcher was with the little pamphlet that comes with the candle. I'm sure it's just a misprint, but the English version mentions the gourmand makeup of the Felice candle. It caught me off guard when it started off by saying citrusy, spicy, and fruity notes. It had me thinking I got the wrong candle. This is a sign that I need to freshen up on my French because it had the correct candle scent description in that language. I do take the time to read the little pamphlet cards that come with Trudon candles because it has good information about the candle scent without having to go to the website to read it. For example, do you remember the days when you got a new CD and inside was the little booklet with the songs and sometimes the lyrics to those songs? I used to love looking through it to see the different album art and descriptions. But this misprint is no big deal. It doesn't affect the candle in any way. I find it to be quite unique, like a flaw in a priceless painting. The same gold design with the charms that's found on the box is carried over into the amber vessel. The design sort of reminds me of how I draw pictures. Little fact about me is that I'm really good at drawing. Anyways, this is a very beautiful vessel with the gold lining on the inside. That's a Trudon holiday staple. I'm glad you can also see that brushed gold texture through the hand-blown glass. It adds dimension to make it appear that there's a vessel inside of another vessel. Each vessel in the collection has different charms that are unique to that particular scent. For Spella, it displays good luck charms, a lucky Chinese cat, a 4-leaf clover, a horseshoe, and a solar star, representing good fortune and good luck. which is always welcomed. And as with most Trudon candles, the scent profile of Spella is a bit complex. Not in terms of exotic notes, but there are quite a few notes in this that are complex within themselves that gives this scent depth. Think of a beautiful woody scent with a touch of rose, and you all know how I feel about rose. You're introduced to the top notes of resinous amber, cedarwood, and geranium. The heart and base is where the personality of this candle is. The heart notes has a seductive rose, sandalwood, patchouli, and gaiac wood, with the warm base of the mention of amber again, labdanum, musk, and smooth, rich vanilla. I'm not sure who the perfumer was for this scent, but I'm putting it out there now. This is one of the best scents coming from Trudon. Of course, this is based on my personal preference of what makes a great scent. This is a very, very beautiful resinous warm scent with some vibrancy to it as well. Almost the kind of vibrancy you get from a floral scent, which is kind of odd to say since the scent is packed with heavy resinous amber and woody notes. I can smell the powdery rose trying to come through, but it's well blended to accent the other heavy notes perfectly. Geranium is also a note that can come off smelling a bit like rose, so maybe that's why I feel it's a prominent smell. On cold, I'm picking up many different notes. It's not just one note that stands out more than the others. It's definitely a woody nuance for sure, especially with the cedar and sandalwood, and add in patchouli on top of that. I also pick up the rose and geranium, and maybe a little vanilla as well for that extra creamy touch. When it's burning, everything is just amplified a few notches, and then I'm introduced to the heavy focus of amber that makes this scent what it is. This is a candle that I will definitely remember. It's not just a candle that you only want to burn during the holiday Christmas season. For cold weather in general, is where this candle will make a great burn. It's not your typical Christmas candle that reminds you of the holidays. You know, the gourmands like gingerbread and berry candles. I wouldn't put this in storage right after the holidays. It's something that I'll burn for months after while the weather is still cool. This also isn't a scent that's tied to masculine or feminine. This is a scent practically anyone can enjoy, as long as you want a woody, amber-focused candle with a slight touch of vibrancy from rose and rich vanilla. Think of walking into your luxury vacation home in Aspen during the winter, where it's freezing cold outside, but warm and toasty on the inside, with an elegant scent to match that luxury home. You're sitting around with friends or family having great conversation. Memorable moments in time. This scent reminds me of exactly that. The performance is top tier, as usual from Trudon, even though I still think 2 wicks will make a great option. But I'm not a candle maker, and I'm sure they know exactly what works for their candles. I would just have to step up to the next size they carry, the intermezzo. I think that size has 3 wicks, but I found the classic size Trudons performs relatively the same, and Spella is no different. The cold throw is moderate, like I mentioned earlier. You pick up the woody nuance with a touch of rose, geranium, and vanilla. You will be able to smell it if it's close by, like if it's sitting on the coffee table and you're right across on the couch. The hot throw is strong as usual. Not overwhelming to the point where your eyes are watering. It's an enjoyable strong. It fills the space of a large room perfectly, like a large living room, dining room, or family room. Even a medium open concept apartment, you'll be able to smell it throughout the space. Now, if you're working with 20-foot ceilings, and the only way to reach someone on the other side of the house is by calling them on the phone, then you may want to step up to the intermezzo size or the great size vessels. Remember, the size of a particular space has a part to do with the performance of a candle as well. The first burns of Trudons typically take a little longer than the average candle to pull out, since the opening of the vessel is a little larger than average. I've noticed it takes around 4 hours, give or take 30 minutes. Other than that, it burns clean and even without any tunneling issues. Let me know if you're a fan of Trudon holiday collections, or if you have the scent, what are your thoughts about it? This is my candle pick for the holiday season. I just need to, find a home in Aspen to burn it in.